OK, now, the new series of Big Brother is only 5 days old, and it is hard enough just trying to remember their names, let alone work out what makes our housemates tick. But to help you to do just that, we're holding a body language masterclass. I'm very open, arms unfolded, to help you understand what's really going on in the minds of our housemates. So joining me now is psychophysiologist Dr. Harry Witchel. Hi, Harry, how are you?
I'm brilliant, Davina. How's it going?
Very, very good.
Yeah.
Now, we know that people can tell what other people are thinking and how they're feeling by their body language, but can you disguise body language?
So you can disguise it, but you can't actually really hide it. You're always giving off a bit of body language, even if you stand completely erect and try and give away nothing. But if you wanted to disguise body language, because you're always leaking body language, their thoughts are giving away, leaking.
I love that idea of leaking a bit of your body language.
Yeah. Always leaking a bit of symbols, and some of your emotions will be going through it. But you can disguise that by having another emotion on top and faking that. So with men, they'll often do really big fake anger over their other feelings. Women often, those fake smiles.
Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. Now, listen, until Friday, the house was single sex. So how is body language affected by it being all women?
Dramatically. So the fact that the house, if it had been a mixture of men and women, there would be all sorts of display rules. Now, display rules are rules about what emotions you can show, what behaviors you can do. And usually, in the presence of men, women are actually forced to hide some of the more, or their less feminine emotions. So things like arrogance, things like anger, they're not allowed to do that. They'll use a charm offensive instead with men.
Yeah, because those are considered to be unfeminine and unattractive, aren't they? Qualities. So when there are no men, in the absence of men, those are allowed to come forward.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're more likely to get closer to the truth.
OK, so let's start on with the masterclass. Give me an example.
Right. OK. An example of arrogance, this is something that women would never do in the presence of men, is what I would call the New York lawyer pose, OK? It's like this, and they're sitting back, they lean back, and it says...
Feet up on the desk.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. The further back you go, the
Greed
more...
is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's arrogance, OK? It actually means I'm so much smarter than you. I'm so much smarter than you.
Tracy,
look,
sorry,
Tracy's
look down here.
That. And what she's saying is that she's very arrogant. There's another one, that's with Emily. She's actually unconsciously signaling that she doesn't feel that she is the same level, that she's higher up the hierarchy than everyone else.
And we know in which area.
Yes,
she thinks she's clever, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's actually much smarter, more able to manipulate. She's the top woman there. That's what she thinks.
But she's sort of doing it, pretending she's doing her hair.
Yes.
Or is she doing her hair?
Well, she's hiding her gestures behind what seem like natural, but not very natural emotions.
So, another gesture?
So, tongues. Shall we talk about tongues?
Let's talk about tongues.
Okay. I know. So, there's science that's been done by Kent Berridge has shown using rats and human babies, they make the same gestures with their tongues. They do this little tongue stick straight out, and that's a rejection gesture.
I know what that means, yeah, I was going to say, because I've got a baby, so I know.
There you go. Yeah. So it's rejection, it's definitely, I don't like this.
I don't like that.
But not all tongue gestures are the same. So if you come out the side, if you do, so you do a little lipping, that's the opposite. That means, ooh, yum, yum, I like that. Give me more of that.
Lip licking.
Lip licking. Yeah, that's it. Brilliant.
OK, so look, let's have a quick look at Charlie.
Yeah.
So talk us through this. OK,
she's now talking about, she got into the house, she says, because she wanted fame, and now she's talking about how she is going to be on the papers, the front page of the newspaper.
Oh, look at that. Look!
Oh, I'm really looking, that's going to be so tasty.
That's so funny.
She's going to be the front page of the newspaper.
That's so funny, and it's literally from side to side.
Yeah. Now, remember,
bizarre.
She's also told Shabnan that she wanted to be on the house just to make friends. So I don't know.
Actually, she's showing her
the true colours there.
True colours. OK, and let's have another example.
OK, we have a bunch of tongue sticks, people sticking their tongues out. Here we go. We're going to have a little bit from Leslie now, who's actually disapproving of the group. She rejects it. So there she goes.
Look, she's like a lizard. I mean, that is so bizarre. So bizarre.
Tripping.
And look, we've got another one here from Tracy.
Tracy, She's rejecting the housemates who are all made up and dolled up, what Laura calls the minxes. She doesn't like that. Now, here's the last one.
Oh, yeah.
Emily is sitting with Chanel. Oh, did you see that? Her tongue came out. She's sitting with all the pretty girls. Laura comes in, tries to start a conversation. Out the tongue goes, I reject you. Who gave you the right to talk to us pretty girls? Not very nice.
So she's sat with a bunch of pretty girls, and Laura comes along, who she deems is not good enough, really, to sit with her team.
Out comes the tongue.
Now, do you think Emily is really thinking that, or is it her subconscious, or is she aware of what she's...
Completely unaware. She probably thinks she's just wetting her whistle, as it were. But no question about it, in the back of her mind, that's what's going on. People have loads of thoughts simultaneously, and you only express a very tiny percentage of them through words.
OK, so what other gestures should we be looking out for?
Well, I think something that would be quite interesting is to talk about people's closeness, what's called proxemics. Proxemics is the study of how far people are away from one another.
Right. I like being close.
Yeah,
I like touching, being close.
I could tell that. Now, we can give you, so there are a couple of different proxemic positions that you can have.
Yep.
There's a public, there's also a social, there's friendship, and then there's intimate. Can I show you what they... can I give you an example? Up you go.
Yep.
Up. If you stand there, I'll show you sort of a public example.
Yeah.
So this...
Oh, you're miles away.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
So we're not close at all. I mean, I might as well be talking to the public, as it were. Now, for a more social sort of situation, so this is more indicative of a social conversation. This is how people normally converse, say in a work situation, about 4 to 6 feet away.
So you'd be having a little conversation about
the
meeting this morning. Yes,
excellent. Actually, friendship between 2 and 4 feet, I'd say.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah,
that's feeling a bit better.
Very nice.
Yes.
And then intimate.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah, hello.
So this is the twins, isn't it?
They're absolutely. They're all.
Ow! Ah! Ow! Pink!
Brilliant. Yeah, so very intimate, a lot of touching, 2 feet away.
So what about proxemics in the house?
Well, they use proxemics to either establish friendship or to distance themselves. So a really classic example of establishing friendship, of making you more intimate, is a really interesting thing that Laura did with the other housemates and some of the others as well. And it occurs with their breasts.
Oh, well, yes, let's have a look. A very intimate moment.
Oh my God!
How heavy are they?
They're quite heavy.
Have you ever weighed them?
I put them on a weighing scales in school, but like they didn't move on me.
Film's Willis won't go.
You're meant to have great tits. You're meant to have great tits, yeah. Great bosoms.
You see, this is unbelievably intimate, isn't it? But I don't know if any of the studio audience agree with me. This is what women do, the length and breadth of the country. In, nightclub toilets, we all meet. We've never met each other before. I say, oh, nice boobs. You go, do you want to feel? Yes, please. This is what we do. Yes. You see, it's quite bizarre.
Men don't do that.
Men don't do that, do they?
I don't
My
think
husband is forever going, if I went up to somebody and can I have a little, they'd be like, no, you can't. Widow? It's fine because women like that. What about the other end of the scale?
So, from a distance perspective, we talk about someone keeping constantly at the public end. Leslie, always, even when she looks like she's trying to join in, she's above 6 feet away. Look at how far she is.
I mean, that's a long
long
way.
distance. And there's all sorts of moments where she could close the distance, but she chooses to remain as far away as possible. That's just in the first day. So from very first impressions,
look,
come in
right by the mirror.
Miles away. And we've got a little distance.
Now, is that showing Leslie's confidence? I don't need to join in. I'm happy with myself. I don't need to be part of. Or is it an insecurity? Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't feel part of the game.
I think it's more the latter. She's admitted that she's a bit shy. She keeps this distance because she doesn't feel comfortable getting closer to people. And it's a bit upsetting for her that she can't actually close the distance, but you see it all the time. She's always hanging back.
And finally, a kind of group behaviour that you've noticed in the house.
I'd like to talk about shoaling.
Yeah, I love that.
Shoaling is like shoaling is like what fish do. Yeah, they keep in a little school, but when an individual fish,
we're going to watch it.
Okay, let's
watch the little fishes. Look.
Okay, they all go in together.
Look, it's like a shoal of fish. Literally, they're all.
And now we've got Laura, who's not as good as shoaling, and then Nikki looks back. That's what you're supposed to do if you're shoaling. She's looking back, checking, but Tracy isn't having any of it. I don't need it.
Look, she's looking back again. Look, Nikki, shall I?
She's still...
Oh,
they're out there.
Yeah,
she
go
checks
on.
back. And then aloof. Leslie says we should be aloof, and Tracy says, actually, I don't even want to join you.
So Tracy doesn't want to show with... Leslie wanted to show with Tracy, be a little gang,
Yeah.
but Tracy wasn't having it.
No.
No. OK, so listen, thank you so much. To Harry, thank you.
Thanks.